So what type of stuff can be protected by U.S. design patents? Hello and welcome. This is U.S. Patent Attorney Eric Kelly. In this video, I'm going to be discussing what type of stuff can be protected by U.S. design patents. I'll show you several examples of U.S. design patents on a variety of different objects. In general, any ornamental design that is both novel and non-obvious can be protected by a U.S. design patent. Novelty and non-obviousness are legal patentability requirements that have legal meanings above and beyond their basic ordinary meanings. In general, any tangible real-world object could have at least some aspect of its exterior look protected by a U.S. design patent if there is at least something unique and/or something distinctive about that exterior look, and if its patent application is timely prepared and filed. And the reason one might seek a U.S. design patent is because that allows the patent owner to prevent others from selling the same or substantially similar designs as compared to the protected design in the U.S. for 15 years, as well as some other exclusionary rights. Okay, let's start looking at some different stuff that might be protected by U.S. design patents. Okay, we're going to be searching for U.S. design patents on a variety of different objects, and we're going to be using a free patent search engine to do that. And one of them that we're going to be using, or the one we're going to be using, is freepatentsonline.com. And we're going to be using the expert search field to do that. So to start, we're going to enter this particular search string, PT-D, which just means patent type design. And we'll be looking in the title field for, let's start out with t-shirts. So this particular, so if I just changed this information in the quotes, t-shirt, beanie, mug, brush, purse, shoe, whatever, that's going to search for that design patents in that particular object. So we'll start out with just t-shirts. Click search. So it's currently showing 91 U.S. design patents that at least have the word t-shirt in the name. And there could be more because the applicant might have used a broader term than just t-shirt. They might have used upper body garment or something along those lines. So this isn't going to uncover every single t-shirt. In any event, let's look at one. Let's look at one that also says logo in it. T-shirt logo. So click on this one. Get rid of the ad. T-shirt logo. Look at the PDF file, because that's the actual image of that, what the actual patent looks like. So here's the actual U.S. design patent. And in this one, what's being claimed is actually the logo on the t-shirt. So you can see this particular U.S. design patent number, the inventor last name, the title, which is what we used to find this one. Let's look at another example. So we're just clicking back. So we'll get out a t-shirt. Let's look for a beanie. And you could look for hat, baseball cap, things like that. So it's currently showing you 21 U.S. design patents on beanies. Let's just look at one of these. So let's look at a soccer themed beanie. This is the U.S. patent number. All U.S. design patents start with the letter D, by the way. So we'll just look at this particular example. We'll click on the PDF files to see what the actual U.S. design patent looks like. So here is the U.S. design patent on this particular beanie, which looks like a soccer ball, essentially. Okay, so let's look at another example. Let's look at a mug or coffee cup. Let's see what we can find. So we got 747 U.S. design patents, which fall under this search string. And you can see some of these are on the holder or the lid or the sleeve. Let's just look at this particular one, mug. Click on the PDF file to see what the actual US design patent looks like. So here's what was claimed. The design for this one was mug. I don't know if I'd call that a mug. But anyway, you can see here's the US design patent, another example. So let's try, let's see, how about, let's look for like some kind of jewelry. Let's look for a necklace. So almost 500 US design patents that are on necklaces. These numbers, the US design patent numbers are sequential, by the way. So a number that's D2, that's going to be much younger than something that has a higher number. So I'll look at something a little more recent. This necklace, D9, that's fairly recent. This is owned by Harry Winston. So here's a particular US design patent on a necklace. On a necklace design. And it looks like they used photographs for their pictures, for their fake US design patent fake figures, which is fine. That's allowed. But when possible, I prefer to use black and white line drawings. It gives you some benefits that you don't get from the photographs. Okay, let's try another example. Let's do maybe a purse. Click search. So 375 US design patents on purses. And again, if someone prepared and filed a US design patent application using a slightly more clever title than purse, it's not going to show up in this particular search. So this is not showing every single protected design for purses. Again, we'll look at an example. I'm looking for one that's a little bit more recent, so with a higher number. We'll try one of these D7 ones. So let's look at this example for purse. This is owned by GMC Toys Field out of Tokyo, Japan. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, like a toy purse. Okay, interesting. So just an example of a US design patent on a purse. Let's try maybe a slipper. Search. 169 US design patents that at least have the word slipper in the title. Okay, let's look for one that's more recent. This one looks fairly recent. There you go, the slipper. Some kind of slider. You can see this one issued September of 2022. And then, so those are a bunch of examples of just kind of random objects that can be protected with US design patents. Now, you can also use the US design patents to protect things that are a little less tangible, such as like a GUI, a graphical user interface, or the animations that you might see on like your smartphone. You can actually, if you come up with a new novel and non-obvious graphical user interface, you can also protect that via a US design patent. So we'll just look at an example there. Graphical user interface. And you can see this was a very active area. It's got over almost 16,000 US design patents. This is a fairly recent graphical user interface. I have no idea what this will look like. We'll take a look at this particular example. I'm not sure what this company is. Out of Sunnyvale, California. So here's the example of their graphical user interface. Looks like more the device itself. Maybe let's look at one without device in the title name. Or maybe display with graphical user interface. Let's try this. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, yeah, that looks more like a graphical user interface. So really, all the aspects of this interface that are shown in broken lines, or the dashed dotted lines, those are portions that are not being claimed. So it looks like it's only these portions here, which are shown in the solid black lines, that are being claimed. And the different stippling being used here, that's to indicate different colors. And that type of information can be explained here on the cover page of the US design patent in the specification portion. It'll talk about what the broken lines mean. Okay, to summarize, we looked at a bunch of different examples. We looked at US design patents on t-shirts, on beanies, on mugs and coffee cups, on some jewelry like necklaces, on purses, on slippers, and on something a little bit more out of the box, on the graphical user interfaces. So, as we noted, basically any tangible real-world object, particularly like consumer objects, consumer products like we saw in these examples, any tangible real-world object, or maybe something intangible like a graphical user interface, as long as the exterior look of that, whatever it may be, has something unique and distinctive looking about it, it can generally be protected by a US design patent, as long as its US design patent application is prepared and filed in a timely manner. Okay. And then, as you can see here, just scrolling on the screen are just other objects that might be protected by US design patent application. So you saw how we did the search. So you could look at any of these other objects and look at US design patents on those. So an intent of this video is just to show you all the different types of things that can be protected by US design patents, and hopefully, that'll inspire at least some of you when you do come up with, new designs for various products, that you do actually think about protecting your new design with a US design patent application. Because if you have that protection, you don't necessarily have to use it, but once you have the US design patent, you can, use that against the competitor if you decide to do so. But if you don't have the US design patent, you don't have that option. So hopefully it's something that's, worth looking into. In any event, as you can see here, I'm US patent attorney Eric Kelly. I do work with clients from all over the world and all over the United States. And I'm also an intellectual property attorney. So in addition to handling patents, which we talked about here, I also handle trademark matters. Trademarks protect, your brand. And I also handle copyright matters, and copyrights are there to protect your creative content. And then lastly, you can see some contact information for me if you want to reach out to me. In any event, I appreciate you listening. Thank you, and bye-bye. Please like this video and subscribe to help me reach others about intellectual property matters. If you like and subscribe, the algorithm is more likely to suggest this video to others. And here are some suggested videos on US design patents.